Hey, we got a question from a dude who he's talking about how he has to travel a bunch for his career, and he just started dating this wonderful woman who had been his friend, but then they decided to like date like a week before he was going abroad for a number of months. The downside, he said, well, the upside is that he really cares about her, and he loves that she like wants to be a mom and start a family. And he's like, but she's getting a little bit older, and she has this fear that, you know, her eggs are going to dry up. She's not going to be able to have any kids. Right. So she's feeling this pressure, and now he's like away, so they can't like have this, you know, relationship where they're, you know, seeing if it's going to pan out. And so she's stressing out about it. And he's like, what do I do to like put her at ease, and her fears are just like really like consuming her. And so again, I thought maybe Stephanie could help me answer this as someone who has had some kids, and I don't know. Right. I know that your husband is awesome at affirming everything. So he cooks. Right. What doesn't he do?
I know. Yeah, no, I think one of the things that I heard in that question was just that she is really fearful and anxious about a specific issue. But as I reflect on my own experience with Jason and over the years and years that we've been together, and even really early on in our relationship, even before we were married, I have a little bit of a propensity to, you know, fixate on different things, and, you know, could maybe relate to being fearful, not about those exact same topics. But one thing that Jason is really, really good at is just asking me, what do you feel like you need right now? And that is kind of a magic question, so that it forces me to stop for a minute and think about what I actually need to feel more peaceful, and verbalize it. So it gives me pause, and then it gives him some tangible tools so he knows what to do, because he loves me and he wanted to do something to help and didn't know what to do, just like this guy doesn't know what to do. Yeah. And so I could give him really concrete things like, I just need you to tell me it's going to be okay, or I just need you to listen to me, or whatever. And it's been great.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like a fix-it type guy, and then you hear her being stressed out, like, you may want to find a solution. Maybe that's why you wrote me. But my dad talks about, in Love and Respect, oftentimes women do just want what you wanted. Like, you just want to be able to like process it and get it out. And so by Jason not like telling you, well, you shouldn't be anxious, or you shouldn't be stressed out about, like, don't tell her what she shouldn't do, just what Jason did. Like, how can I help, or just letting her process. I think the one concern on the other end is that I had reading that is make sure that you don't move into like playing her savior, because that's just going to set up, if you do get married, she's going to, if you don't let her have that space to kind of process this on her own as well, like, you will constantly always be trying to like fix her and make her happy, and you're human, so you're going to let her down. So I think it's good to have an honest conversation of like, what do you need that I can tangibly do, but also like at a certain point you have to relinquish these fears. Like, you're not meant to live in fear. And so I don't know, it doesn't seem to me to be super exciting to, you know, marry someone who just wants you for your fertilization. You know, like, you guys need to focus on your relationship, about you guys, and like, ultimately, if you're going to have a family, it can be through adoption, it can be, you know, like, she shouldn't be so focused, because what if you guys do get married in her time frame, and then she can't get married, or can't get pregnant?
Married again.
You're gonna you're gonna have failed her. So I think maybe help her look at the broader picture of like, maybe even going to the worst case scenario. What happens if we do get married in your time frame and you can't get pregnant? Are you gonna resent me? Are you gonna resent God? Are you gonna, you know, beat yourself up? Because that'll be a huge stressor on marriages, and there's so many marriages that struggle with infertility. So I think her character will come out when you ask her, like, let's go to the worst case scenario here and just see how she processes it. And I think allowing her to process will be hopefully life-giving to her, unless she's just straight up psychotic.
And don't drag her feet too long, man. If you know she's the one.
Yeah. Bring her overseas. Yeah. Thank you. Cute shirt.
On the next Ask Joy. Joy asks anyone within earshot if her baby clock is running out. I'd wager yes. And I think Steph agrees too.
Sorry.
This is why I love her so much. She makes me feel so good about myself.
Oh my God.